We'll take this with, no. We want every belt you got. I don't care what kind of belt it is. It could be the Joe Patty Seafood belt. I want that. I don't care what.
Legends finally meet for the first time. What happens when their enormous egos match their undefeated legacies? This is about far more than respect. It's a generational clash decades in the making. One is a defensive genius who defeated every opponent with precision and speed. The other is a walking highlight reel whose knockout power and spectacular flair made crowds roar. Yet now, years past their prime, these two titans step into the same ring, not as commentators or retired icons, but as fighters once again. When Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Roy Jones Jr. first locked eyes at the press conference, the tension wasn't just thick, it was historic.
I enjoy this thing of boxing. I know we play games and people have their issues and people have opinions. It's cool too. I got opinions and I'm allowed to say my opinions or speak my opinions. And if somebody was trying to send me a subliminal message, it worked. Because if you want to prove that you're better than me, I'm always better. Wide open.
Revisit how this all began. The entire event started when Floyd's team hinted at one more major exhibition. Fans expected another influencer matchup, or perhaps a simple payday overseas. Then came a surprise announcement: Roy Jones Jr. It caught everyone off guard. Roy had been publicly calling out several fighters and teasing potential grudge matches. But when he specifically targeted Floyd, it felt personal. For years, boxing fans had dreamed of a prime Floyd versus Roy showdown. That fantasy never materialized due to weight differences, timing issues, and promotional obstacles. Until now.
And I appreciate you answering it. Does Floyd Mayweather want to smoke with Roy Jones Jr.?
Floyd Mayweather, anybody else that wants to smoke with Roy Jones, you know damn well that you get in no smoke. Has there ever been a fight? That's one thing that's different from Roy. That's the difference between Roy and Floyd. Floyd picked these folks. Roy fought whoever the fuck he ain't. He by left. So don't get me fucked. You all made me cut.
They must have really forgot. Don't be sorry, Jim. Don't be sorry.
Anybody come my way, man, I'm always ready for. I don't care what it is.
Did you feel disrespect? Like, I mean, obviously you did feel disrespected.
I play stupid games, you know what I mean? Like I said, this man was supposedly hemmed up over there in Dubai. I was one of the people that tried to lie to make sure he got home okay. You understand me? So no matter what the difference may be, I still respect you as a champion. Now you're not my top 5.
There's no championship belt at stake. No undefeated record to defend. Just two legends with something deeply personal to prove. From the very beginning, this was not a calm exchange. Roy entered the press room with his classic swagger. Chin high, eyes locked forward. Floyd arrived composed as ever, wearing designer sunglasses, barely reacting to the cameras, until he saw Roy seated across the table.
Troll him a little bit now. You want to fight? Come on. I mean, I ain't tripping. You ain't got to troll me. Come see me. That's who I am. I don't do talk well, you know?
Have you heard anything from him or anybody in the camp?
No, I ain't heard nothing yet, but they know where I'm at and they know how to find me.
I mean, you think there's a possibility, Roy? Like, we might get this exhibition?
Ain't gonna be no exhibition. I want it real. Ain't no sense of being an exhibition. What we gonna play for? We both fight for real. What we playing for? Wasn't no exhibition. We didn't make it real. Exhibition for people playing. We ain't playing. I ain't anyway.
I mean, I'm being kind of lighthearted about this. You seem a little intense. I've interviewed a lot of times. I don't think I've seen this look in your eye before.
Well, I mean, I don't bother nobody. I'm authorized. I can have my own opinion. If you got a problem with my opinion, then anything I say, I'll be willing to fight about. That's why I don't fuss much, because if I say it, I mean it. And if you want to do something about it, come on.
All right, real quickly.
Inside the ring, outside the ring, I don't care. We do whatever, however, wherever you want to do it. That's what I'm.
Feel it instantly. This wasn't two retired fighters reminiscing about past glory. This was a collision of empires. Two completely different legacies, both forged in championship gold. Now on a direct crash course. No punches were thrown, but the hostility in the room was undeniable.
Just what are your thoughts? I know you watched it because I could see the smile on your face.
It's two uncles, man, going at it, man. I don't know what to say. You know, I don't even know how to feel about it. I mean, I do know this. They're fighters, and you know, entertainers and fighters. They're sensitive about their work, and as tough as fighters are, they are sensitive. Nobody wants you messing with their legacy, or even hinting at messing with their legacy and saying anything against their legacy. So, I guess Roy said something that Floyd didn't you know, respect, and Floyd responded in Floyd Mayweather fashion.
Is anybody wrong?
And Roy responded in RJ fashion. You know, straight to the camera, no edited footage. I'm to your face, what's up? So who's wrong? I'm not gonna get in that. I just, you know, it's tough, man. They're fighters, bro. I don't care if they're 70, they're gonna be talking like this. So I really don't have an opinion.
Security lined the venue, clearly prepared after the airport incident and determined to avoid any repeat chaos. Even without physical contact, the intensity between them filled the room. Now that their first official face-to-face has gone viral, boxing legends everywhere are weighing in, and the opinions are bold and sharply divided.
Rolly Romero.
I actually like him. I actually like Rolly because I spend a little time with him. He doesn't talk smack. He's like quiet and he does his thing. You know, he had a good fight against Ryan. Yeah, I think he's a nice guy.
Floyd Mayweather added in Roy Jones Jr.
I mean, look, once a fighter, always a fighter. Look, if you're going to attack Floyd's character, he's going to attack you back. That's just the bottom line. It's like with me and Berlanga. If you're going to try to attack, like with me, I'm just having fun because I can.
What is the beef with you guys? It's Edgar, it's Rolly. They all seem to come at you so personally. Even Shakur, that's the next one. Give me one to Shakur. Like, what is the issue?
Well, because I have all the guys that are winners. That's it. You know, we promote, we do what we do best at Golden Boy Promotions, and they're trying to take us down. It's okay. Hey, you don't have to take me down. I'm just a promoter. Go fight.
Manny Pacquiao didn't hesitate. He flatly stated that Roy not only wins, but knocks Floyd out. Let that sink in. Manny believes Roy has the power, timing, and angles to stop Floyd completely. Meanwhile, Oscar de la Hoya focused on the psychological warfare. He warned that if you attack Floyd, you better be ready, because he retaliates harder than almost anyone in the sport.
Show of a man vulnerability at that moment when Roy was fighting Tarver, I believe, or Glenn Johnson. One thing that I've learned over the years, and I was a villain of it, to put a man down when he's down at his side or when he's down by a punch. I'll say that if you look at Roy Jones' defeats and you look at his longevity of victory and very unorthodox, unusual, probably never be again style that he had, I think that good of him in his era will always, it stands now, overshadows anything that went the opposite, means defeat. Roy Jones' rewards and his victories supersede 10 times than his defeat.
Bernard Hopkins offered a technical breakdown. He suggested Floyd is taking a genuine risk by targeting the vulnerabilities Roy has accumulated through years of brutal battles.
That maybe you don't like about Floyd.
One thing I don't like is that you don't respect elders. You talk about Muhammad Ali got beat by an 8-0 fighter. That 8-0 fighter was an Olympian who was a monster, who, if you had a monster like that in your weight class, you wouldn't fight him at that time. You understand where I'm coming from? So, that being said, you're disrespecting the greatest fighter of all time. And if you disrespect him, you disrespect anybody. So you have no respect. But when you see me, you're gonna have some respect. Because if you wanna get it, we can get it. I'm willing to go earn my respect.
But I didn't hear you say anything disrespectful about Floyd.
I never do. I'm not the disrespectful type of guy. That's not who I am. I'm the type of guy. The reason I'm not disrespectful is because when I say something, I'm ready to die for it. So if I say this, I'm willing to die for this. You understand me?
You stand on it.
I stand on it. You understand me? I'm not, like I said, I don't think LeBron is not a great player. I'm not one of the greatest players of all time. But if you ask me, in your opinion, my opinion, which I'm entitled to, you think LeBron and Mike, I'm gonna say Mike because I saw what Mike went through to get where he got. So I got my own reason why I'm gonna probably like Mike. I'm not saying just you're trash. No, you're not. I'm not saying you're not a great player.
Right.
I'm not saying you're not one of the top 5. Because you could be that, you feel me? And in most people's opinion, you probably are. Some people's opinion, you probably top 1. That's not, I can't say, oh, I'm right and everybody's wrong. No, that's just my opinion.
Right.
I'm entitled to my opinion. But I will fight about my opinion. Right. So if you got a problem with my opinion, whoever, call my house. It ain't changed.
Floyd's whole identity is built on control, staying untouched. If Roy even lands one clean shot and makes Floyd stumble, that's a meme forever. That's a dent in the untouchable aura.
You know, I didn't have to have 70 fights, 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's
Things turned personal. Floyd's uncle, Jeff Mayweather, broke his silence. His opinion carries weight. Few understand Floyd's mindset better. If he supports this move, Floyd is fully committed. James Toney had a different stance. He insisted that if this fight happens, Floyd must fight aggressively and not rely solely on defense. Antonio Tarver offered balance, acknowledging that Floyd is one of the smartest fighters in history, but Roy is an all-time great with rare, almost freakish talent. This has become a generational war. Floyd's technical genius versus Roy's explosive legacy. The boxing world is split. Now we have to ask, what's truly at stake? Not belts, not rankings, legacy. For Floyd, this is a real risk. His exhibitions have often looked like controlled sparring sessions. But Roy, even now, is a completely different challenge.
Oh, he the greatest fighter all the time? Nah. Chavez was 80-0 at one point. 80. He could have retired at 80-0. You go ever top that? No. He just didn't stop, right? You got to 50 and you stopped because of Rocky Marciano.
Right.
So Rocky died. If he wouldn't die, he probably would have kept going too. So and then at the end, you fight a guy that's 0-0 for number 50. How can I respect it? Yeah. You feel me? Right. So, I mean, I love Floyd, don't get it wrong, I'm not hating on Floyd.
His entire identity is built on control, on staying untouched. If Roy lands one clean shot that makes Floyd stumble, that clip lives forever. That's a permanent dent in the untouchable aura.
Yeah. He don't care. He just
I think a lot of the boxers, and I ain't saying Floyd is bad, and I think a lot of boxers mad they had nothing to do with Floyd either.
Right, which is do his own thing.
They wanted to, but they didn't have like.
And what you just brought up.
Floyd's legacy has been constructed on defensive mastery and remaining virtually unharmed. If Roy lands even one punch that visibly shakes him, the moment becomes viral history, a crack in the myth of invincibility.
Subliminal distance. I saw it. And you guys are hitting me up repeatedly. Showbiz, who do you have if Roy Jones and Floyd Mayweather were to fight? And, you know, I must say, Roy Jones is my favorite fighter ever. He's my favorite fighter ever. You guys know I was a huge fanboy and all those things. I've said it repeatedly. But if they were to fight, I'll be rooting on Floyd Mayweather, man. I can't. Listen, regardless of how many times I've criticized Floyd and his career or whatever, Tim T has always shown me love, man. Floyd Mayweather showed me love. His son, his family. Look, Tim T has always shown love, bro. They have kept it a bean. I just never really been able to connect with Roy like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen.
For Roy, this fight represents redemption. Once regarded as boxing's pound-for-pound king, a string of late career losses tarnished that image. Defeating Floyd, even in an exhibition, could reshape how people remember his legacy. It would silence critics who claimed he stayed in the sport too long.
Mean.
I was gonna say mean
to me, people don't give him enough credit. People always say, well, Floyd would beat Sugar. No, baby, Floyd is not as near as mean as Sugar was.
You don't think he would have beat him?
How? How you gonna keep him off on him? Right. Sugar is a dog. Yeah. Just cause his name Sugar don't mean nothing. Yeah. Sugar is a dog. Yeah. People don't give him enough credit for that. You gotta think, this in around, between around 13 and 14, I think. Angelo Dundee said, you're blowing it, son. Sugar Leonard got went there and put these things on Tommy Hearns, who knocked Roberto Duran cold with one shot. Your Tommy hits you just like G-Man. You've been hit. Yeah. So for Sugar to go out there and do that, man, they don't give Sugar enough credit. You understand me?
He's a great finisher, too.
They don't give Sugar enough credit.
He gets you hurt, it's over with.
They don't give Sugar enough credit. So for me, I like Floyd, and Floyd is cool, but it's like, it's gonna be hard for me to see how they're gonna take it and beat Sugar. I mean, they'd have to do something different, that's for sure. Now, if he did something different, he probably have a chance. But just the way he been doing with normal people, that's not gonna work. What I saw in his prime, that's not gonna work with Sugar. Sugar got a third element right there.
He said third element.
He does. He got a third element right there. And we know that.
We
think Floyd got one, but we don't know.
We can't ignore the real fuel behind this fight: pride. Floyd has taken subtle shots at Roy for years. Quiet jabs, veiled comments. But things escalated when Floyd posted a silent clip of Roy being knocked out. No caption, no explanation. Just a message. That post was the spark. This fight is about respect. Since the official announcement, the internet reaction has been explosive.
He did it for himself, and it worked for him. But everybody now wants the Mayweather concept. Because Mayweather made so much money, staying undefeated, waiting to the right time to fight Pacquiao, fighting the right people at the right time. He monopolized the business. But the problem was, it only made him money and the people he was fighting. It didn't make money for the whole sport. So what he did himself a great job, but it hurt the sport. Because now everybody wants to fight, stay undefeated. You understand me? Me, it's like when two guys get here, they gotta meet. No, wait. They was here 5 years ago. Yeah. They should have met. You understand me? Because now, we probably could have got 3 good fights out of it. You understand me? But because we waited too long, the problem with people don't...
Fans are deeply divided. Some believe Floyd will outmaneuver Roy with elite conditioning, footwork, and defense, even today. Others think Roy will pressure him, make it ugly, and rely on his power and unpredictable angles to disrupt Floyd's rhythm, especially considering Floyd hasn't absorbed a truly hard punch in years.
Vegas Auto Gallery, my man Nick right here. Went shopping today.
Strategically, Roy's advantages are size and knockout power. He has always been the naturally bigger fighter, with a history of devastating finishes. Even now, his training clips show flashes of that explosiveness. His style remains unpredictable. Leaping hooks, strange angles, rhythm-breaking jabs. That awkwardness could frustrate Floyd's system. Floyd's path to victory is clear. Stay elusive, use constant movement, stretch the fight into later rounds, and win exchanges with sharp counters. But that strategy depends on one critical factor. Roy cannot land clean. And at this stage of Floyd's career, his chin may not be what it once was.
You beat Floyd. He hasn't been beaten. How do you get through the Philly shell?
I'm Roy Jones Jr.
What is he? All right, you got it, Roy. You're the best.
This face-off was more than two aging legends speaking into microphones. It was proof that history never truly retires. These are two fighters who defined eras and reshaped the sport. With nothing material left to prove, they're still fighting for something deeply personal. Floyd wants to remind the world he remains the smartest fighter to ever lace up gloves, and that his untouchable reputation stands intact.